Well, hello and welcome to the Homemade Songwriter. I'm Matt, and today we're going to try to write a lo-fi beat. Okay, now this is not the style of writing that I typically write in. I'm definitely usually more of a singer-songwriter, folk type person. But I think it's really important to try writing in a bunch of different lanes, even ones that you're not familiar with. There's always something interesting for me about a different genre and finding out what makes it tick. I think as musicians, it can be really easy to fall into the trap of looking down on other genres as too simple, too complicated, too boring, too cheesy, or any other number of excuses to write off something that you don't like or don't understand. People like those other genres for a reason, and as a writer, there's something to be gained for figuring out what that is. So this video will be the beginning of hopefully a new series where Austin and I push ourselves as writers and try writing things we've never written before. I'm sure some will turn out great, some will be just fine, and some will be colossal failures, but that'll just be more entertaining for you guys. So with that said, let's jump in. Okay, so a couple quick things I've noticed about lo-fi that I'm going to try to achieve here. One, it seems to fade into the background pretty easily. That's kind of the whole lo-fi element. That's why there's tons of those lo-fi beats to study to that are like live streams that go on forever. They utilize a lot of loops in the drums and also in the melodic instruments. Thirdly, imperfection is in fact perfection in this genre. So if something's a little bit off or out of time, that just kind of adds more character. And a lot of times they add in, vinyl crackle and things like that that make it more imperfect than it really is. And that just is the way they do it. So I'm going to start with a drum beat and see if I can get something going there. Created a couple tracks that I know I'm going to want. Obviously I've got a click track, I've got a drum track, maybe another drum track if I have to do some more layering and things like that. Electric guitar, a track to add some vinyl crackle, and a bass track. So I'm going to start with these drums. I've pulled in Expand 2, and I've got this hip hop kit. Sounds like this. It's pretty good. I like how that turned out, so I'm going to go ahead and chop this up and then get it to loop. Okay, so let's duplicate that. Let's just duplicate that a bunch of times. Drums. I like this electric piano sound I've got. I think that's really nice. As far as choosing chords goes, what I've noticed happens a lot of times is they use major 7 chord, which has that 7, which is really a note that pulls towards home. That creates a lot of this like unresolved tension in the chord. And so that could be really good for something that's meant to kind of keep going and keep looping, is that it doesn't ever land anywhere. And so I'm going to try to play around with some major 7 chords in the key of C. I like that, so let's loop it. Duplicate that a bunch of times. Feels like it's missing that lo-fi texture, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in a vinyl crackle. Oh yeah, that changes things. Throw an EQ on that. Bass. Okay, I found a guitar tone I like. Let's record it. Okay, so I took a little bit of time and I took some audio from one of our YouTube videos of Austin doing the sign off, and I used this plugin called Little Ultra Boy and just messed around with it a bunch and chopped it up and came up with this. I think it sounds pretty cool.
Keep writing, and we'll see you in the next one.
I like it. So I think this electric guitar is almost too nice, and so I want to try to jack it up a little more, make it blend a little more. So I've got this vintage filter.
Keep writing.
Here's without it. Much more cut and bite to it. It's kind of cool. Need some melodic things to happen, so let's see what we can come up with. It's kind of fun. All right, I think that's it for the final arrangement. This was a blast. I really enjoyed this. I'm definitely going to do this more in the future. So if that teaches you anything, it's try something that you don't normally do because you might really like it. That being said, I hope you enjoy it. Keep writing. We'll see you in the next one.